Hi everyone, I'm Brianna and welcome to Roll Initiative. Today we're going to be talking about 5 tips for running puzzles better in D&D. So, let's get started. So, puzzles are one of those things in D&D where some people love them and some people hate them. But I think regardless of that, we can all agree that they're easy to do badly. And if you run puzzles regularly in your games, then 1, I am very impressed. 2, maybe you'd consider leaving your best advice in the comments to help people like myself who aren't as good with puzzles. But today I am going to be giving you 5 tips that I find very helpful to make puzzles easier to run. It can be really annoying for players when they're given a puzzle to solve and they come up with things that they think should work, but they never do. And as the DM, it can be really easy to have a certain way to finish the puzzle fixed in your head and not realize that the solutions that the players come up with could work. So you should always try to have more than one way to solve a puzzle and try and pay attention to what your players are saying and the ideas they're coming up with so that you can pick out any that actually might work. Going a little bit further with this, you could even come up with the puzzle but not come up with the answer to it. Then you just watch what your players do, and the first thing that you think deserves success or would work, then you let that work. Before trying out puzzles, you should try and find out how many of your players like them and how good they think they are at them. Because if you can try and work out how good your players are at puzzles, then you can try and gauge the difficulty of the puzzles that you can be giving them. Because if your table is actually really good with puzzles and you give them some really easy ones, then they're probably not going to find that very fun, and you're probably not going to feel great giving them really easy puzzles either. But if they're not good at puzzles and you gave them hard ones, then they're probably going to have a lot of trouble with that and not find it very fun either. So it's really important to try and gauge where your players are with puzzles and how difficult they like their puzzles. If you have a few people who are doing the puzzles, then you should try and make puzzles that require more than one person to finish. Like it might just need different perspectives or different talents, or it might actually need more than one person to be able to do it. Like 2 people needing to do something at the same time. That way, more than one person can be involved in the puzzle and have fun figuring it out. And if you have players that don't like puzzles, then it can be good to check with them that they're fine just waiting while the others figure it out. Or if they'd rather not, then you can still have puzzles, just try and keep them shorter so that they don't have to wait as long. When you show your players a puzzle, you give them some information about it and expect them to work out the puzzle based off what you have given them. And sometimes they do. But it's really useful to have some other hints so that if they just can't get it but keep investigating the puzzle, then you can drop other hints for them. That way, they've got more than just the one set of information to go off when they're trying to figure out how to work the puzzle. It is really important to know where to place your puzzles, and my best advice for where not to place them is in front of the main plot, because no matter how much you do, even if you follow all of the advice in this video, there's not a guarantee that your players are going to get the puzzle that you put in front of them. So you shouldn't put anything that they need behind the puzzles. You can give them some really good rewards, treasure, anything that you can think of that would make a good reward. But you shouldn't put it in front of the plot in case they just can't get it. Then they won't be able to move forward. because it's okay if they choose not to finish a puzzle and move on and all they miss is loot. It's not okay if they try and move on and that puzzle is in front of their only way forward. And if you always create another way in, another way to continue in the plot, then your players are going to start to think that they don't have to do the puzzles, that there's always another way. So why bother with the puzzles? So I think puzzles are really great for giving your players extra loot and some cool treasures that they can win. But I don't think they're great for blocking the main path of the story. But there we go. That's the end of this video. I really hope it was helpful to you, and I really want to thank all of my subscribers for helping me to grow my channel and for encouraging me to make all of these videos. If this video did help you and you'd like to help out my channel, then I would be really grateful if you'd give the video a like or maybe even subscribe to my channel. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.